Today we are interviewing local author Joy Cleveland. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
It's my pleasure.
So the first question is, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your writings?
Yes, I am a writer, but I've been told I'm supposed to say author now since I have published a book. So I kind of consider myself a baby author because I only have one book. I have been writing since I was about 10 years old, though. So, that is in my background. I'm also a lab technician. Technically, I'm a histotechnologist and I work part-time. I've been working for 23 years now in a medical setting. So that is my marketable skill. I'm also a wife and I've been married for 35 years to Mark. I'm a mother of four. They are now grown and they are blessing me with some wonderful grandchildren. So they get lots of points these days. I have three granddaughters and this time next year I'll have two more grandsons. So
Wow.
the family is expanding. On a personal note, I drink tea twice a day. I feel that's the only way I can survive in this world. And if I haven't had chocolate, I feel like I have been deprived and I can't go on with life. So chocolate is a big part of my daily experience. I've lived in Burlington now for almost 25 years. I'm a transplant. I was actually born in Mississippi, raised in New Mexico, spent some time in St. Louis, and then moved to Burlington. I raised all my children here. They all went to BHS and graduated, and it's been my home for almost a quarter of a century. So Burlington is a special place for me. As far as my writing goes, I do want to say that the book that I was to write was actually birthed in Burlington also. And back in 2006, my oldest daughter graduated from high school, and that was kind of a sad experience for me because I loved active motherhood. And so I started pouring myself into this long story. That's what I called it. I didn't call it, I didn't say the N word. I didn't say novel because that word kind of scared me. So I started writing about this woman who experienced some loss. And that was kind of the launching pad for the story. I actually wound up submitting the story way back in like 2008. Thankfully, it was not accepted for publication because the first draft was not that good. So anyways, I kept working on it. I kept tinkering with it and working on it. And my other children kept growing up and graduating and moving on. So life kept changing in that manner. As far as using the library is a very special place to me. I feel it's a place as a fiction author, as a storyteller, it is a place that nourishes my soul. I found many friends in the library, and I'm referring to books, of course, as friends, because books have always been my close companions. So I have read many, many, many fiction stories in the library. And I have to tell you, I really miss what we've lost in this pandemic, being able to go inside and be among friends. So in that regard, I feel like I've been nourished by the library. The other thing that the library has done for me, because I go back 25 years now in Burlington, and I remember when we were in the old building, and I love the old building. I love the smell of it, and took my children there. We did the reading program every summer, so a very special place. So it was a natural thing for me to do to look up reference books on writing. And so if you pick up some of the writing books in the library, my DNA is probably on some of them because I read many, many reference books on writing in the library. So that has kind of been my personal experience with the library. It's been a friend, it's been an encouragement. And I have to say too, Debbie Wagenbach was one of my early friends in the library. So yeah, from that aspect, it's also very special to me. So So that's been my experience with writing. As far as the story goes itself, the story that I wrote, I have the book right here. I'll just show you my baby story. Here, this is it. So the title of the book is To Call My Own. And the main character is about a woman, and she's recently completed her medical training and accepted a job in a small town. So that's the setting. And given my medical background, I'm very comfortable in a medical office. So it was a natural thing to put her in a medical office. So the first chapter actually has her in her office, and then a patient comes to see her. She opens the door and she discovers the last person in the universe that she wants to see. And that's kind of the beginning point of her world falling apart, which is good because you want a character's world to have lots and lots and lots of problems. So this woman, her name is Karis, and we later find in the story that she has some broken relationships that need to be mended. And that's a large part of the story. There's also some wounds. I mean, since she's a doctor, doctors deal with physical wounds, but of course, in our heart of hearts and our souls, we have wounds also. So that's kind of the sub story is kind of her healing from some things that have happened to her. And it's hard not to have a love story. So there's a love story. This is mainly a book for women. I mean, we just can't help but love. I mean, it's just kind of in our, So anyway, the story kind of encompasses her journey, and it covers about a year of time. And so we see her at the beginning, in this very bad place, but we see her at the end with a very happy ending, because I believe in happy endings. so anyway, that is kind of the story in a nutshell. Of course, I can't tell you too much, because you're supposed to enjoy the ride, enjoy the story and the journey as you go through it. So anyway, that's kind of what the story's about, and hopefully some memorable characters will kind of pop out. And I have to say, as an older lady now, I'm a grandmother and I've kind of lived several decades. And I have to say, having that experience, even though I'm very early to the game as far as, being an author, having those experiences really helped me in character creation. I actually experienced a lot of the roles that those characters play. So nothing is wasted. And I guess I want to say to anybody who might be listening to this, if there's that hankering to write, you must do it. I mean, you must never give up. You must do it, because we all have things that we can offer to the world. So anyway, I just have to put in a plug for writing. You're never too old. I mean, just look at me. So anyway, that's my experience. That's the story. So let's see. Would you like to ask me something?
Yeah. So where can my patrons get your book?
Well, first of all, there is one copy in the public library, and that makes me feel very honored that the library has my book in it. I just think, oh my goodness, I don't know, it's just an honor. It's an honor to have that book in there. So if you would like to just check it out, you can certainly just check it out at the library, which is old-fashioned and good. And then the next place you can get it, if you live locally in Burlington, is the wonderful bookstore downtown, Burlington by the Book. Absolutely love Chris. He's a soulmate. I mean, he's got that bookstore going. So To Call My Own is also in the bookstore. So you can certainly go down there and get it. It's online. The publisher is Alexio Publishing. They're a small publishing house down in Texas. So they also have a website that you can go to, and they offer the benefit of, if you buy the paperback, there are two options. It comes in paperback or an ebook. So if you order the paperback, you get the ebook free if you go with, the publisher's website, which, Americans love free. We always have to put that in there. It's also available, yeah, yeah, especially around Christmas time. We love that. So it's also available at Amazon, on Amazon. I think Barnes and Noble and I just discovered Walmart even carries it, which is interesting. I just stumbled upon that. So online is available locally, and then of course the Burlington Public Library. so that's where it's at.
Perfect. So we have a lot of options to find the book.
Yes, absolutely. So.
As someone who loves love, I'm very excited to read it.
Oh, good. Well, and so the fun part of writing a story is you can create characters and you can make them whatever you want to. So the protagonist for Karis, his name is Clay, and all the inspiration for his character came from Burlington, actually. Just driving around, there were some people I saw, there were some things I saw, and I'm like, oh boy, I could definitely make a character out of this. And so I did. And so I think women really like him. I'll just be honest. I really like him. He turns out to be a great guy. So anyway, hopefully everyone will feel that way. So yes, that's kind of my story.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Well, thank you. It's nice to meet you. Thank you for doing this. I think in this time, of our lives, things have been very challenging. So to have friends around you, books is really a big deal. So thank you very much. I hope to get to meet you in person someday.
Yes, definitely. I'm always here.
Okay. Well, good. Well, you're in a good place.
All the books are right there.
Oh, awesome. Yes, mine are over there. All right. Well, Stephanie, I hope you have a great rest of the day and hope things go well for you in the holiday season. So stay well. Stay safe.
You too.
Thank you.